Hello everyone, I am the F1 team and welcome to today's brand new video. It's my 2019 Azerbaijan Grand Prix review. Now in my 10 years of watching Formula 1, I don't think that I've witnessed a more chaotic qualifying, but it was amazing, probably also the best qualifying that I've seen in that time. Firstly, it was coming towards the end of Q1 and the Williamses we knew didn't have much chance of getting through. They were in 19th and 20th place by this point, but they did need to come out and give it that one final shot. And Robert Kubica was pushing really hard on his lap. He was going into the infamous castle section, one of the narrowest sections in the whole of Formula 1, and on an inside wall, we've all done it on F1 2018, he clipped his front left tyre and broke his suspension and went into the wall on his right. Now this did bring out the red flag, and that ended the Q1, so it actually saved Sebastian Vettel, who was in danger of going out in Q1, but he was fine there, and it was a half-hour delay before we started Q2, where incredibly Charles Leclerc, who was odds-on favourite for pole position in Azerbaijan on Saturday, managed to crash it at that exact same corner. He didn't hit the inside wall, he actually locks up, and he could have bailed out. Still had time to come in, get a new set of tyres on, and then come back out again and do a final lap, but he didn't do that. He kept turning in and there was nowhere for him to go other than into the wall. So Charles Leclerc actually was out of qualifying. He actually got through into Q3 because his previous lap was good enough, but that lap consigned him to no running in Q3 and he was to start 8th. When we actually got into Q3, it was a really fantastic. Again, it was a brilliant shootout. We all thought Lewis Hamilton was going to take it. He was on provisional pole after the first round of times, but when they all came back out again, Bottas and Vettel were both down on his time. We still thought that he was going to take it until Valtteri Bottas pulled out an absolute stonker of the final sector, and he managed to take pole position through probably quite a big toe and also from DRS, but it's not to say that Hamilton didn't have that as well. Vettel, it was strange from Ferrari because they sent him out first. But anyway, Vettel was not able to take pole position for Ferrari. He came third when they were looking quicker in all the practice sessions as well, so that was a big surprise. Toto Wolff said that Mercedes would need a silver bullet to get through and take pole position, but they did that, and they didn't just get that, they got a front row lockout as well, so it was absolutely fantastic for Mercedes. They got a third pole of the season, and it's really great for them. So in first place was Valtteri Bottas, in second Lewis Hamilton, third Sebastian Vettel, fourth Max Verstappen in his Red Bull, and then a fantastic performance from Sergio Perez to outshine all the other midfield runners to take fifth place for Racing Point. So amazingly, the first lap was completely clean. It was Valtteri Bottas who did stay at the front ahead of Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel. Vettel was actually losing quite a lot of time in the early stages of the race to the two Mercedes cars. He just couldn't get his tyres warmed up, but he did manage that later in the race, but he did later apologise to his Ferrari team. Now Charles Leclerc, he did start in 8th position as I earlier mentioned, and he was charging through the field after initially actually dropping 2 positions at the start. He was passed by a couple of cars including Daniel Ricciardo. He repassed those guys and then flew up the field, and by the time Bottas, Hamilton and Vettel made their stops around lap 14, lap 15, he was actually in the lead of the race through virtue of not having pitted. Now, we all thought that Ferrari would pit Leclerc. They keep him out for longer, obviously, because he was on a newer set of tyres, but they wouldn't keep him out for too much longer, otherwise his tyres would go off, because he had a genuine chance of winning the race with the pace that he was showing. But then they decided to keep him out until lap 37 of 51, which was just mind-boggling. I think they were looking for Vettel and trying to find if there was any way that they could improve his result. In the end, all they managed to do was stop a potential Ferrari 1-3 and create a Ferrari 3-5. Exactly what they did in China, and it was just unbelievable. Why would they choose to do that? I know that they obviously do now view Charles Leclerc as a second driver, but I just don't see what the point is when he is so quick and in many areas. He's quicker than Vettel, but they're still prioritising Vettel. I think that they really need to get themselves sorted out if they want to have a genuine chance of winning either championship this season, with how far Mercedes are ahead already. So Ferrari have got it wrong again. So the top 5 for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix were Valtteri Bottas in first place, Lewis Hamilton in second, who never really looked like he was ever going to be able to catch Bottas, despite very close to the end. He just wasn't. He was only ever a couple of seconds behind, but he didn't ever look like he was going to be able to pass Bottas. It was a really imperious display from the Finnish driver. Sebastian Vettel came third, with Max Verstappen fourth, and Charles Leclerc in fifth position after that horrible mistake again by Ferrari. What are they doing over at the Scuderia? So my driver of the day, it could have been Charles Leclerc, but I did actually decide against giving him today's award, because I believe that it wasn't his fault that he didn't get the result that he should have got, but he still didn't finish as high up as he possibly could have done. I think he could have gone a bit quicker towards the end to try and catch Verstappen, in my opinion. But I'm actually going to give it to Valtteri Bottas. I think he was absolutely incredible today, controlling the race at the front. Porridge Boss, as some people on social media are calling him, has just been outstanding in 3 out of the 4 races this season. So thank you very much for watching today's video. I hope that you did enjoy it, and if so, then please do like today's video, subscribe to the F1 team, and you can also follow me on Instagram, where we've actually just hit 100 follows, which is absolutely fantastic. So thank you very much for that. Next goal, I think, is 100 subscribers. The next video is a Spanish Grand Prix review. I'll see you all there. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.